Just wanted to start asking you about a couple of your teammates in that third quarter. Once you guys went to the bench, that small unit, how was that impactful, and how could that be even more impactful moving forward against a team like the Clippers where the matchup might be better?
Well, we have the ability to play different games, play different matchups, have different rotations. I think JR and Dion definitely gives us that even more of that ability to go small, having multiple ball handlers and scorers on the floor. I thought Cruz was excellent tonight, and AC off the bench. And we just tried to, after they made a run, which we know all great teams are going to make a run in the third quarter, we just tried to combat that by making our own run. AD caught fire, just started defending a little bit more.
You guys had a couple of key stops late, of course, some from you, some from Kuzma. What was your mindset like defensively in this game as you guys just start getting integrated before the playoffs come in another couple of weeks, LeBron?
Well, I mean, we've been out for 4 months or whatever it was since the last action we had versus Brooklyn at Staples Center. So, rhythm as far as offensively making shots, those things are going to take a little bit longer. To get, back to your rhythm and your flow and how you shoot the ball and things of that nature. But the one thing you can do is defend, because you can always communicate. You can communicate through mistakes that you may happen. You can, you have teammates that, back you up when you do make a mistake or whatever the case may be. So the communication and defensive side is something that should always be on point.
Hey, LeBron, it's David Gunneman. You haven't played in LA all that long, but tonight was the first time since being a Laker that you hit a go-ahead shot in the final 15 seconds of a ball game to get the win. What are you looking for in those situations? Obviously, not every time is equal, but what does your senses get heightened, or do you relish those chances?
Yeah, I mean, I love having the ball in my hands, late in the game, tie game, being down, being up. We had a 3-point game with like 40 seconds to go. We got a great look for Danny. He missed it. Paul George came back and hit a three to tie the game. And for me, just try to be aggressive. I feel like I got some contact at the elbow, by Marcus Morris. They didn't call it, but like you was told when you was a kid, since I started playing basketball, if there's no whistle, you keep playing on. So I was able to follow my own shot and put us up for good.
Hey, LeBron, it's Bill Oram. Hey, considering your support of Colin Kaepernick over the years and kind of what his journey has been like since he first took a knee, I'm curious what that moment was for you personally tonight.
I hope we made Cap proud. I hope we continue to make Cap proud. Every single day. I hope I make him proud on how I live my life, not only out on the basketball floor, but off the floor. I've been one to always speak out about things that I feel like that's unjust or unjust, or I always, if I'm educated on things, I always, go about it that way. So, Cat was someone who stood up when times wasn't comfortable, where people didn't understand, people refused to listen to what he was saying. If you go back and look at any of his post-game interviews when he was talking about why he was kneeling, it had absolutely nothing to do about the flag. It had absolutely nothing to do about the soldiers, that the men and women that keep our land free. He explained that, and the ears were closed. People never listened. They refused to listen, and I did. And a lot of my people, in the Black community, did listen. And we just thank him for sacrificing, everything that he did to put us in the position today. And even, years later, to be able to have that moment like we had tonight.
Allie.
Yep, thank you, Tanisha. Tanya?
That kind of just happened, but if you're going looking at any like I send out emojis or whatever the case may be on social media, I'll be putting that out as well. Just having that commitment to the Black community, having my fist up in the air. I understand how unified I want, my community, not only in my hometown, but all over the world, to know how unified, I hope we are. One is to become, and us to be heard, and then just giving thanks to the man above for giving me an opportunity to have this platform, and, because nothing is possible without the grace of God, and we all know that. He's given us the breath of life, and like I said, using this platform, using who I am, I try to use it for the greater good, and I hope I make people proud. I hope I'm, make my kids proud of my, not only my household, but also, like in my school and things of that nature in my community.
Kyle Goon? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
LeBron, you told us a couple days ago that one of the things you really missed was feeling those competitive juices. Wondering this game, but also that sequence you had with Paul George kind of going basket for basket, was that sort of the thing you missed about basketball?
Absolutely. Playing against the greatest basketball players in the world at this level. This is the last level. This is the last level that you can get as far as playing basketball. And then you're fortunate to be able to. I've been playing against a lot of great players that's graced this league over my 17-year career. And, two of them was on the floor tonight on their opposing side, and I have one on my team as well. So, just that competitive, that spirit, that fight to whatever, you want to try to help. Even if you're not shooting the ball well, or you're not playing particularly well, being able to do things, you can always help in other ways, either by your voice or getting a defensive stop or just your presence. So that's what's fun about the game.
Rachel Nichols?
Brian, you had CP, Melo, handful of other all-stars who came out in the sort of player section watching your game. Does that give you guys a little extra juice since you don't have fans here to at least know that a bunch of your peers wanted to be here and are watching you guys?
I think it's a respect. We're all a brotherhood, and definitely, having CP and Melo, you guys know my relationship with those two guys. But looking over there and seeing some of our guys in our league, CJ, from around my block, and Dame and a lot of other guys. I think it's just pretty cool, and I hope throughout the course of this time while we're here in this bubble, that I can make it to a few games too. Just out of the love of the game, I love getting an opportunity to watch the game live, and you don't have that much time throughout the course of regular NBA scheduling before the COVID. So it's a pretty good dynamic. It's a big, like I said, it's a big AAU feeling for grown men, and we just want to try to take advantage of it.
Damien said it's like live league pass. You guys all being here together. You guys talked about being a brotherhood or being players, all being sort of brothers across teams, but this has never happened before to have you guys all together.
No, it hasn't, but it's 2020. 2020 is something that we've never seen before. So we are in the land of the unknown, and things are happening for the first time. So you just take it for what it is. Don't take the moment for granted, because we are still living and alive, and we're back to doing what we love to do, either covering the game, playing the game, or watching the game, or being able to report the game as you guys are doing. So, that is a blessing. I know, 2020 has been pretty shitty, but we're all blessed.
Okay, we're gonna do 3 last questions. Taylor?
Obviously very important and historic moment pre-game. There's, of course, going to be some people that see that and say they shouldn't have done that, or I'm done with the NBA. So I want to give you a chance to speak directly to those people. What would your response be to that?
You really don't have a response, because no matter what you do in life, there's always going to be people that won't agree with whatever you do. You can go to a fast food restaurant and you can go to the drive-thru and they're going to say, why you didn't walk in and get your food? It doesn't. You can wear black and they're going to say, why didn't you wear white? So no matter what you do in life, you're always going to have people that will try to pick apart whatever you do. But if you're passionate and you're true and you're authentic to whatever your cause is, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And for me, you guys should know me. I can care less about the naysayers. I've been hearing it for too long, and I've been done about caring about that. Is that all right?
Nope, we have 2 more. So Joe, and then Bill Plaschke will be your last one.
No problem.
Joe Gordon?
Yeah, you were talking earlier about Colin, and if you go all the way back to 17, yes, you have definitely always supported what he was doing. At the time when you were asked, you said that I didn't personally want you. And so I was just wondering about your evolution on that specific thing, because you don't necessarily do things just because everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think at that point in time I wasn't fully educated. Strengthening the mind, reading, listening, getting as educated as I can be on any situation, on anything that's going on. has been always who I am, you know, and until I'm fully educated and fully aware of what's going on, then I call for action. So I feel like at that time I wasn't fully educated on the purpose. What is the purpose at hand? And obviously Cap has taught me a lot about that. So that's what it was.
Last question, Bill Plaschke.
LeBron, by the end of the game, could you sense that intensity was perhaps similar to what you could have been playing back at Staples Center against these guys?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we're two teams in the same city, you know, and two teams that's fighting for one common goal, and that's to win a championship and bring it to the city of Los Angeles and their respective fan base. So, you know, you have just so many competitors on the floor, you know, so, you know, going out there and representing the purple and gold, representing Laker Nation, and those guys doing the same thing for their fan base, no matter what the cause is, no matter what the bubble is, no fans or fans. Basketball is basketball, and competitive spirit is competitive spirit. So we got right back to right back to where we left off.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.